Hi, Gary Chillingworth here for Airgun Magazine, Shooting Country TV. Welcome to Life at the Range. Well, here we are at rounds 6 and 7. Yeah, 6 and 7 of the UKAHFT series here at Maldon. One of the most important things when you turn up to a national is to get onto the plink to make sure that your gun is working right. It's a windy day today, so you don't really want to be messing around with your zero, but it's certainly worth checking a few, throwing a few pellets out at 20 yards and just making sure that everything is doing what it needs to do. If you've got a chronograph, it's worth putting a few pellets through that as well, just to make sure that you're all legal and good. Now, a lot of clubs also have a practice range. We've got one here. And you can see we've got a nice plinking range out, so we've got a nice practice range out, and this enables you to read the wind. So you know that when you get onto the course, you know roughly where the wind is going. So let's have a wander over onto the plink and see if we can find a few people. I always know one reprobate will be here.
Hello,
Here we have Rex. Now, Rex the other day shot a 54 with his Mighty Spring at Springfield, kicked my backside. So what have you done to it since then?
I found that you pour sulfuric acid down my barrel, that's why my spring broke 4 targets in the following day, and I'd done nothing to it. So when I stripped it and found my spring clean in half, all the comp tube was wet with something that you put in there. I'm sure it was you.
Well, 100%, Rex is completely right there. To our left we have Manny. Hi, Manny.
Hi, how are you going?
I'm very well. You shooting 2-2 today?
Yes, I am indeed, yeah.
You poor man. You poor man.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love a competition with a challenge.
How many nationals have you shot so far?
First one, actually.
First national?
Yeah, first national.
Nervous?
Not really, funny enough. I feel quite happy and,
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll catch up with Manny after
Yeah.
he's shot the course, and we'll see if he feels the same way.
Cheers, mate.
Brilliant. We'll catch up in a bit.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. We got some stick shooters. Sticks are out and about. I'm saying this is the important thing. It's just about building up that muscle memory, getting yourself ready to go. My God, there's someone shooting a Springer on sticks, the lunatic.
That is brave. That's very brave.
God, what's he got there? He's got a TX.
No, not so.
Sorry, 97. So it's not like I work for the magazines or anything. I can't tell the difference. And it says Viroc on the side. Sorry, I've forgotten your name.
Bob.
Bob. Well, Bob, how are you getting on?
Not bad. First competition.
Excellent. What, first competition ever?
Yep.
So you're shooting a national competition as your first competition national
Well.
with a Springer off sticks?
Yep.
I'll come and find you afterwards and we'll have a chat. Just remember, whatever he does, do the opposite. Right, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Well, what about that? First ever competition, choosing to pick a national, shooting a Springer off sticks. Well, he's a braver man than I, Gungered in. And I just hope he doesn't beat me today. If he does, I think my gun might be up for sale. So we're going to have a wander down in the woods. We'll see if we can find a few people, and we'll see how everyone's getting on. Good shot, Greg.
Thank you.
Here we have Mr. Greg Hensman. Greg Hensman is the main proprietor of the Midland Hunter series. Have we got a Midland Hunter going on this year?
We have, Gary, 7 rounds this year.
Brilliant. Do you know roughly where you're going?
We are going to Lincoln, Throckmorton, Furnace Mill, Anston, Redferns.
So basically anywhere up north.
Anywhere in the Midlands.
Excellent. Have you got a sponsor this year?
We have. Solware have kindly agreed to sponsor the series again, so big up Solware and Carl.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. So, brilliant gun shop.
Thank you, Gary.
No worries to catch it. And so we've got John Mode, J Mode. So let's have it right. So J Mode, let's have a look in Jay's gun bag. Yeah, there we go. We got all the sweets. How are you getting on, guys?
Yeah, not too bad. I've shot for a couple of months, so it's a bit of a starting again today.
And Jay, I understand you've discovered the joys of motorbikes and girls. Or just motorbikes?
Don't embarrass him, yourself.
Just motorbikes, not girls. No? All right, we'll leave Jay alone. Have a good one, Jay.
It's too early, Gary.
Here we have Mr. Neil Wakelin, one of the country's top shooters, lovely bloke, has never missed a target at Maldon.
Back with his arm attached now. Did you know about that?
Say again?
Did you know about that? Attacked my bicep in January, completely detached.
Well, that's officially HFT excuse number 322.
No one's had that one before.
Okay, have a target.
Cool. That's not a very nice target either.
Well, it would appear, we'll just zoom out, it would appear that the detached arm has affected Neil.
And I'm losing them.
Unlucky Neil.
That's all right, I didn't go down.
And to our right we have Mr. Alex Honeywell, current WHFTO world champion, Southern Hunter champion,
Put the pressure on him.
total brilliant champion, and Harry Compton, who is he's a nice guy.
Depends who you ask.
How you doing, Harry?
I'm not too bad here.
I'm very good, mate. Right, let's see who's up shooting first.
That's me.
It's Harry, yeah.
It's Harry first. So let's see if the cream of HFT can kill this target that Neil Wakelin missed.
You got a bit of plastic now.
I know. Now, if you can see what Harry's doing, first thing he's doing is just checking for wind by throwing up some leaves. Unlucky, mate. Okay, right, so we're going to check a target. So here's Mr. O'Mara.
Right,
UKAHFT cheese. No, I'll let you do it. So this is how we check a target. Most important thing is not to touch the string, because that could accidentally reset the target. Also, try not to walk directly in a straight line, because people will count your footsteps.
And if you're right-handed, go from the left-hand side, because it's easier when you get to the target.
There you go.
We've not seen anything caught up in there yet. And we've got any concern.
Yeah. So here's our target.
So your paddles, you see your paddles upright, yeah? So we're not seeing any potential issues there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this off there, so it's off the spring. We're going to guide it to that paddle. We're going to move that so it's just touching there. We're going to load it, and this is where I have to be careful because my eyesight's shite. Not an issue.
Okay.
So it's a clean hit, it's gone straight down. There was no pause, there's nothing caught on it. It's a good target. So Gary, you want to know what's the phrase we use for that?
Lack of talent.
There you go.
I have to be honest, it was me who suggested to Mr. Compton to actually check that, because when I was watching it, it definitely looked like it hit slap bang in the centre of the kill. So you've got to give Harry credit. He didn't want to call it, but I sort of talked him into it. So we can't blame him for that one. I'll show you the vid in a bit. Right, so here we have Alex Honeywell, WHFTO champion.
Was it a broken string or was it an attempt at gaining a target? Right, Mr. Chillingworth. The target is fine, mate. It was perfect. In fact, it was beautiful. It's the cleanest falling target I think I've ever seen, mate. Fantastic job.
You're off to a discount, aren't you?
Told you, merciless.
That's not what happened, yeah.
I'll check it again.
Here we have Ross.
Yeah, Gary?
I'm very well. Now, if you can see, we've had a lobotomy.
Yes.
This is known as the HFT lobotomy that everybody has to do. You start shooting and they take your brain away, and that way you never ever leave. How are you getting on today?
Awful.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just not my day.
So same as usual then.
Yeah, stupidity, not the gun. Just me.
Well, I say it looks like a lovely rifle you got there.
Yeah, just a challenge with some Warren Edwards woodwork on it and a March scope on the top.
So you've got absolutely no excuses for being rubbish.
All the gear and absolutely no idea.
Excellent. We'll catch up with you in a bit, mate.
Cheers.
Now, here we have Kev Clark. Now, Kev has got no excuses for missing anything because he has been here all week helping to set this course. So, absolutely, him and Richard Woods have done so much work to get all this ready for today. So, first of all, we've got to thank him. So, thank you for putting on an amazing course.
Very welcome.
How are you getting on?
Okay, we dropped a couple though.
Dropped a couple?
Yeah.
Can't remember what the ranges were.
No. No, he wouldn't let me near the tape.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, that is something that we did do. So Richard isn't shooting today, so he was the one who actually knew how everything was. But so what's your shooting partner's name is?
Jake.
Jake. Let's see how Jake gets on this short target. Good shot.
Nailed it.
What gun you got there, Jake?
Stiletto LG 110.
And your scope is?
And Night Force 10XS.
Nightfall, so they're absolutely lovely.
Yeah. Does
But
the job.
certainly worked at 8 or 9 yards or whatever it is. So let's now watch Kev.
Thanks for that, Gary.
We believe in Kev. Kev is actually one of the best shooters in his house.
It's only me.
No, he's actually a very, very talented shooter, very lovely guy. Wears shirts that are a little bit too tight. But yeah, and you know, we won't talk about the hat, but there we go.
You know I'm going to miss it.
We believe in you. Good shot.
Thank you.
Now, an interesting thing, if we can zoom in close on that, if you notice, everybody has hit that target low. So what does that tell you? It tells you that it's shorter than people think it is. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Have a good shoot and we'll catch you all in a bit.
Cheers, Gary. Cheers.
Right, part of HFT is making sure you get well fed and watered. Here we have Mr. Ian Bainbridge. Ian has been one of the country's top call setters, top shooters, all a nice guy, but recently he's been doing the food and taking care of us all. Now, this is Ian's last weekend of cooking.
It is.
So, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I don't know about myself, but no, I think I've done my time. I'm sort of 75 now, and I've shot for many, many years, and done the food at M.A.D for
God, 10 years?
Oh,
20 years?
20 years.
Yeah.
And I think time is now to move on and play a bit more golf, and where we go, you can, you know, you can do what you like, and I'll come up and still visit.
Excellent.
But as far as doing it, I just did it for a favour this weekend. I supposedly retired about a month ago, but I'm back again today. But this is the last. I will not be back.
Well, the thing to know about Ian is actually a very, very good golfer, and he's incredibly frustrating to play against because you might be sitting there banging it 280, 290 yards. Ian hits it down the middle, 200, 220 yards every time, gets it on the green every time. Only man I've ever played with who's had a hole in one.
Oh yeah, that's right, Gal.
Exactly, but top golfer, top bloke, and brilliant food and a top chap. So,
Well done.
Ian,
Appreciate it, Gary.
enjoy your retirement.
Well done, mate.
No worries, mate.
Well
We'll
done,
catch you
mate.
later.
Good man, good man.
Here we have the lovely Karen O'Mara, and Karen's job today is to run the UKAHFT Chrono. How are you getting on today, Karen?
All right, thank you very much.
Now, what do you predominantly do when, what is the job of running the chronograph?
To make sure that the rifles are legal so they can carry on shooting.
Okay.
So when they arrive, I take the scorecards.
Yeah.
Usually work in the order that the scorecards are in. Ask the shooter if they're shooting 177 rifles and what pellet weight they're shooting. The majority is 844, which makes my job nice and simple. Then look at my little chart. See the maximum weight that they can go, maximum velocity they can go through the chrono. Line them up at the chrono. Take a shot and hopefully they pass and move on.
Okay, so I think now what we're going to do is we're going to wait for somebody to come along, and we'll film you going through the procedure if that's okay with you.
Thanks, Gary.
Wonderful. Thank you, Karen. Karen's the loveliest person in HFT, by the way. And if you ever come to an HFT event and you want some cookies, have a word with her, and she's a brilliant baker.
Are you 177844?
I am, yes.
Lovely. Makes my job easier. Yep, fine, thank you.
I think you might be one bit way up the ladder.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's fine. Lovely. 778, lovely. Perfect. Nicely done.
Now this is the face of a relieved man. What happened yesterday, Mark?
My Walther LG 400, I think the reg's gone because it was a bit high.
A bit high, but yeah, a little high. That's all we'll say. Yeah, well done, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, you need to shoot it to knock it down. Then I just pull that string.
Oh, it's a great shot, Bill. Lovely shot, Bill.
Well, you didn't leave you set yourself down. You didn't let the sport down, and we finally got Bill on camera knocking down a target. Unfortunately, that's the wrong target.
Without his teeth in as well.
Actually, maybe it does it. Maybe your teeth were your Achilles heel.
Maybe.
So now you've had him out. World champion.
Yeah, makes no fucking difference.
Here we have Mr. Cargan, 2-2 world champion, national champion, all rounds lovely guy. So I've forgotten your name.
Jemima.
Jemima.
Dave Anderson.
Nah, that's all right. Jemima Anderson. Named after one of the dolls in play school. Sounds Welsh.
You're already having a bad day.
Right, now Bill got it, so it can't be that difficult. So let's see how Jemima gets on. Oh, look at that. Absolutely excellent. You enjoy that target?
Lovely, lovely.
Excellent. Now let's wait for Mr. Cargan. No, we filmed the other two.
Go on, get on.
Are you 2-2ing today or 177?
177. Yeah, today. Hence my scorecard is crap already.
So we've got another style, Mr. Cargan. You can see Graham's using the string to see if there's any wind out there. Well, unlucky Graham, it's not like you to miss one like that. But
Where it was, didn't do anything.
so you gave it a bit of wind, but it just went dead straight?
Went dead straight.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, well, we'll leave you to it, mate. Here we have Mr. Glenn Pickard. Looks like we have a kneel or stand. Pegged up. You can see Glenn's choosing to kneel. One of the most important things is to make sure you get yourself into a comfortable position, and that could be kneeling or standing, using any part of the tree. You can see this tree's got three sections to it, so you can use any one as long as your finger isn't over the firing line. So Glenn's using the middle tree to rest his arm against and the front tree to rest his hand. Unlucky Glenn. So here we have Elliot. Elliot's doing a similar thing. He's using the middle tree to stable his elbow and the front to stable his hand. And the rear tree to lean against, so he's got a perfect position to get some stability, but he's still got to contend with the wind and the range.
the clink, obviously.
6 in a row. Excellent shot, Elliot.
No why? Where?
You see, so Elliot used this tree with the front to rest his hand, the middle to rest his elbow, and then leant against at the back. So it gives him a perfect amount of stability. It's using what's around you perfectly. And that's why Elliot was the 2022 UK champion?
19 and 21.
19 and 21, see, I can't even remember. But yeah, Elliot's one of our top shooters in the country. So, and you can see why. It's thinking about his environment and the hair. If you shaved his head, he'd be a terrible shooter. We'll catch it a bit. Right, here we have Aaron. And that's a red wolf, but it doesn't look like a standard red wolf. What actually is it?
It's got a pulsar cylinder and front block.
Right.
And it's a custom stock by Warren.
Wow. Who's the butt pad by?
That's a Warren as well.
That's a Warren as well, is it? Wow, pulsar. So does that give you more shots or balance or?
It's better balance for this, yeah. It was bottle gun, isn't it, normally?
Excellent. Thank you very much. Right. Now here we have Darren Quincy. Now Darren Quincy back in the day was one of the finest shooters in the country. One shot at Quarry in a massive snowstorm, coming with a 59. Was truly an amazing shooter.
Many moons ago.
Many moons ago. Since then, unfortunately, the ravages of age have affected him. Well, that and beer. But let's see how he does. Nobody's missed his target yet, so we believe in Darren. Unlucky, mate.
No worries.
Well, here we have Mr. Neil Palmer, reigning WHFTA world champion, and another red wolf.
Yeah.
Again, another one that looks slightly different.
This is a GP, this one.
That's the new GP. I haven't seen one of those before.
Yeah.
How are you finding it?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, pretty good.
Now, this is the one that's made with stock from Gav Jones from PRS.
Yeah. And then Daystate put their own thing on it, but yeah, change the hamsters, need a bit more heavy up front. But apart from that, a couple of weights. It's apart from that, it's standard except from a Bob Patterson single shot loader.
Yeah.
And the rest of it's just empty come out of the box.
Fantastic. So you're all ready for the Worlds this year?
Yeah, well, give it my best shot.
Going to be the first person ever to retain the title?
Ooh, it'll be slim chance, but I'll give it a go.
Well, we believe in you, mate.
Cheers.
I don't know what we believe, but we believe something.
Yeah, that's it, innit?
And here we have Mr. Bill Birch. Well, he killed the last one. We believe in Bill. Oh my good God. Bill has killed 2 on the trot. Go on, Bill. You let me down. You've let the channel down. You've started to be a good shooter. You've got to keep these teeth out.
Come on, Gary.
Here we have Mr. Alex Larkin, left-handed shooter, ex-Team England shooter. Just said that apparently the course is incredibly easy and hasn't missed anything yet. And still hasn't. You enjoying it, Alex?
Lovely.
And next to him is Mr. Greg Morse, former world champion who we've spoken to before. We won't make any jokes about the Scotsman this time.
No.
How are you getting on?
Not too bad. I'm only a few down.
How did you find the Hill of Terror?
There's 2 out there, and the wind was mostly behind rather than sideways. We've been sideways, it'd be carnage.
Fair enough. All right, well, I'll leave you 2 gentlemen at it. Enjoy the course. Okay, here we have Mr. William Birch. Now, we filmed him twice. He's killed 2 targets. Now, usually when we film Bill, he goes clank, 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 clank. But every time we filmed him, he's killed them both. But then he's gone out not being filmed and he's missed everything. So we're testing a premise here today. Is it now a case that as Bill has had his teeth taken out, it has reversed the polarity? And as such, now when we film him, he kills everything. Now, the damage of this, if he kills this, he may just want me to follow him round from now on to the end of eternity. So let's watch and see how Bill does. And there you go, 3 for 3 on camera, Mr. William Birch.
Right, Gary.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Nothing.
Gobsmacked.
Excellent. All right, I'll leave you to it. Okay, here we have Mr. Nick Byrne, 2-2 shooter, giving himself lead poisoning by putting the pellet in his mouth. And up there on the tree of death, at the top of the ladder, there's a target. Just looking via the tree. Well, here we are on the top of the Hill of Terror. I don't care what anyone says, Essex is a beautiful county. Well, here we are out on the Hill of Terror, and I just managed to kill a 25mm 40 yards in extreme winds. I'm really happy, but the rest of the kill killed me. 2 donuts, and this is what I want to talk to you about. First one, I misranged, absolutely my fault, hit the wood. Next one was the kneeling shot, and I was on it. Some reason took a breath, pulled the gun off, but left my finger on the trigger and then just snatched the trigger. Must have missed it by about 3 feet. Rookie mistake. And it's things like this that absolutely screw your season. That's 2 points thrown away. Well, realistically 1 point thrown away because it was a large play. But the problem with that is you can then carry those targets onto your next target. You know, you get angry, you move on, and I got really annoyed myself. But what you got to do is you've got to find a way that after you've had a bad target to actually take a breath, move on, and move on to the next target and not carry it with you for 4 or 5. So onwards and upwards. It's a brilliant course, and what an amazing place to shoot. Maldon district, better than the best of the rest. Unlucky. How's it going? Lovely shot, Elliot. Here we have Mr. Elliot Compton, winner of yesterday's round with a 58. As it take a bow, Elliot, you more than deserve it. I will point, everybody fucking hates you. The rest of us got destroyed. This one's, I'm genuinely believe that at some point in his life, Elliot has stood on a crossroads and done a deal with someone because of the way he shoots in the wind sometimes. So, superb shooting, mate. Thank you. Part of the joy of a UKAHFT National is the fact that we have a raffle. And usually there's a scope. And it would appear that Graham Colgan has won a £100 voucher from the Airgun Centre. Graham is the luckiest man on the planet.
Thank you.
Now it's the bonus money, so this goes to people whether they're here or not. £100.
There's always some cash as well. Now this will be very interesting because actually getting money out of Richard's hands is very, very difficult. Well, it was a Gary, just the wrong second name.
He had Olympus Maldon. £50.
So 47. Harry Compton.
Okay, so he does get that. Right. Okay. Right. Well, I think that's pretty much a wrap. So again, many thanks to all of you guys for coming along, taking part, supporting once again. Thanks to Richard for hosting us. That's a wrap for today. If any of you are wanting to shoot the world and haven't booked, you've got literally hours to get in and book it now. So please remember to book it. Otherwise, maybe see you there in September, or we'll see you at Emily and Furnace in October. Travel safe. Thank you very much.
Well, there we go. Another double header at Maldon District Airgun Club, over and done with for another year. And what an amazing weekend it was. Richard and the team, Richard and Kev mainly, put on two amazing courses that everybody loved. Some targets were ridiculously hard, some were hard, and others were just hard. There was wins, there were tears, there was, well, what a brilliant weekend. How did I do? Not great on Saturday, but we can go into that in a later video. We know why. Sunday had an interesting day. I'll put a picture up on my card. Now, I started on peg 22, and peg 22, as you can see, I started really well. You know, kill. I got a yeah, I missed one, then kill. Then walked down the hill, peg 1, and I just weren't hard targets. Just went 1. I just got it in my head that, oh, here we go again, and then took a little break and then came back to it. So I think maybe some of my issues are definitely mental. So maybe in the future we could actually have a look, do a video on like mental attitude and the way you actually shoot, you know, PMA, positive mental attitude. Well, but there you go. You know, we've got 3 weeks to go until the World Championships, and onwards and upwards from here. The gun felt great. A lot of the mistakes were down to me, and I need to work on my supported shots because I was absolutely doing terribly with those. But this is all stuff we can work on. Well, there we go. Thank you as ever for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you all again on the range very, very soon. Rounds 8 and 9 of the UKAHFT are coming up. These are at Emily Moore and at Redferns. There are still places available, so get onto ukahft.org and book your place if you want to come and join us for the Nationals. See you all again very, very soon. Ta-da!